Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Expat Conversations with your host, Michael Nolen. Once again, I want to say thank you very much for tuning in. I want to say thank you very much to the Villa Monte Carlo Hotel and Resort here on the beautiful Lake Chapala for allowing us to film our shows here. If you're not familiar with the resort, we have a beautiful, beautiful restaurant here. We have unbelievable pools. We have a thermal bath, hot thermal bath water, 6 pickleball courts, beautiful hotel rooms. So if you're going to have a convention and you need a room here, we have convention rooms for up to 200 people. We have small salons if you just want to have a business meeting or something like that. If you got family or friends coming down and you don't have enough room for them or just want them to be somewhere else, the Villa Monte Carlo is a really, really nice hotel. It's very reasonably priced, and we'd appreciate you patronizing it here. Also want to thank Dr. Marco Antonio Cortez Gradado, the former General Rector of the University of Guadalajara, who has now taken over the Institute of Innovation, Investigation, and Governance, which allows us to have the show through his department. So thank you very much to Dr. Cortez. Today I have a very exciting show all about a very exciting and fun event coming up in early November. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves. If you don't mind, give a short bio, and then we'll talk about the big special event coming up here in a couple months. Okay? You're up first.
My name is Peggy Brooks. My husband and I live in Vista del Lago in the same neighborhood as the Chapala Country Club, and we have been in Mexico since 2005.
Thank you very much.
My name is Margaret Ansira, and I'm working together with these folks regarding this golf tournament that is coming up. That's going to be a fundraiser for the Red Cross. I hail from Scottsdale, Arizona, and I used to live in this area when I was a little girl, when I was around 9 years old.
About 10 years ago?
Yeah, right. I like that. So it's always had a special place in my heart, and it's wonderful to be back here again.
My name is Rodney Brooks. For 30 years, my wife and I ran an insurance agency in California. We retired here in 2009, became permanent 2012. We live out at the golf course at Vista del Lago, and in addition to organizing golf tournaments, we're also very active in PGA events as walking scorers. So we like golf, and we like to help out organizations in the area.
Well, she kind of let the cat out of the bag, as we say there in Oklahoma. They all work they all work with the Red Cross.
We did.
I don't know what word I was trying to say, but it didn't come out right. And the Red Cross, of course, we've had representatives on the shows before. If you haven't seen them, please go back to some of the YouTube programs I did last year and the year before, all about what the Red Cross does here in the Lake Chapala Society, or Lake Chapala area, and how important it is to the whole community. Of course, the Red Cross runs a lot on funds from the government, but mainly through donations. Mm-hmm. The government helps out a little bit, mm-hmm. and they give some guidance in this, that, and the other. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about the federal, the state, the community, mm-hmm. but mainly Red Crosses throughout the world, I believe, are funded by individuals.
They are.
And that's where we need your help. They have a lot of great events through the year, but one of the more important ones and the funnest, I think, is the golf tournament. And it's coming up November 6th?
7th.
November 7th.
Thursday, November 7th.
Thursday, November 7th, and it's going to be held at the Country Club.
The Country Club of Chapala.
And it's basically about 8 kilometers straight east of the city of Chapala.
Correct.
Yes.
And it's on the, not the lakeside, but the mountainside, as I call it.
Correct.
And so I'll let you all talk a little bit about it. I know you have volunteers. I'm going to be volunteering for you. I don't know if I'm going to be driving the food truck or keeping score or whatever, but whatever I can do to help you, I'll be glad to. We know the date, November 7th.
Yeah.
How do people learn more about it? How do they sign up to play? Are you looking for individual players? You looking for team players? Or a whole team?
Let's start with some
You
of
all
this
start.
stuff,
I'll be quiet for a
and then
minute.
you can ask us to fill in. This is the 22nd tournament done to help the Red Cross, and it always occurs in November, and which is a good time. Our snowbird population has returned. The course is fairly predictably dry, not wet like it is now, and we're limiting the tournament to 72 people, 72 golfers this year, and in addition to the golf itself, after people come in, and there's a comida that's included with the entrance fee, there is a silent and oral auction. Last year we earned 260,000 pesos, which was doubled because of an anonymous donor that the Red Cross has. So over 500,000 pesos went to help the construction of the new building at the Red Cross site.
If you're not familiar, the Red Cross, the building they've been in for many, many years is pretty dilapidated. They're going to build a whole new center.
It's sinking.
Well,
It's subsiding. The old building was built on lake mud, and it's
kind of like the cathedral in Mexico City.
Yeah.
Well, half of Mexico City is sinking.
exactly, but not worth saving. The one in Mexico City is worth saving.
Well, so they're building a whole new complex,
They are.
and they do so much. I think my last recollection is they serve about 1,700 people to 1,800 people per month.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are coming there for a lot of different reasons. The doors are open to everybody, and they're not just like a lot of the Red Cross in the United States disaster teams where they're going to big hurricanes or tornadoes or earthquakes, whatever. They help everybody on a daily basis. The doors are always open, so
But
they
we
do so much.
The Red Cross, our delegation does do disaster relief.
Yeah, they do that, but I mean,
The
you
Red
all,
Cross of Chapala they were the first responders of that type to reach Acapulco after the big hurricane.
well, they do so much more.
They do.
that and more.
Yeah.
I think the
Very
American,
active delegation.
I think the Red Cross does more for the general population here than they do in the United States.
Yes,
I mean,
I
on a
would
day-to-day
agree.
basis.
I would agree.
Thank you, because I needed
Yeah.
somebody on my team.
Okay, so our golf tournament, although we are saying we're going to limit it to 72 golfers, also has the opportunity to have people come in just for the comida
Mm-hmm.
or the lunch and to participate in our two different auctions, our silent auction and our live auction.
Correct.
And people can sign up a team of 4 or they can sign up individually. It does not matter. It's just the first 72 people will have an opportunity to play golf.
Now, what time's the golf tournament going to start?
9.
The actual tournament starts at 9. We prefer people to arrive between 8 and 9 because that's when the continental breakfast will be served.
Closer to 8. That way they can warm up. There'll be balls.
Yes,
they can
we
hit
have-
on
Is
the
there a driving
practice.
range?
There is a
I've been at
driving
the
range.
course, but I've never played it.
Yeah, there is a driving range.
There's there will be an opportunity for golfers who want to purchase mulligans and purchase consecutive shots
Sure.
and to meet up with people, especially if they're individual golfers, part of the people they'll be playing golf with.
Yeah, let me back up and say that in addition to the driving range, there's a practice putting green and a practice chipping and green. and then backing up again to the comida. It's a pig roast with all the fixings.
So that's going to be a meal that's served after the golf tournament concludes. So you start at 9, and that means you're going to be done about 1:30ish, 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. So after 2 is what I'm thinking. Maybe 2:30 they'll serve.
They serve it about.
But if they get in early, they can always drink.
Well, they will have probably carts, beverage carts going around the course.
You bet.
And
Well, there are also businesses that will be giving tequila or other spirits to the golfers as they pass by their stand.
Yeah, nobody's going to lack for alcohol.
I don't know why anybody drink tequila. We can drink raicilla.
And
I don't know.
We don't have a
They have-
Raicilla distributor.
I don't know if you know the difference. Raicilla is about 30% more alcohol proof than tequila is.
Okay.
But we used to have a big Raicilla festival in Puerto Vallarta, and they'd always give me a bottle of Raicilla, the people that were on the committee, and talk about the festival. Well, I don't drink that stuff, so I'd give it to the president of the university. And after a couple of years, he said, "Hey, when's the next Raicilla festival? I'm out of it." I said, "Well, I don't know about that, but we have a mango festival coming up next week. I'll bring you 100 pounds of mango."
That wasn't nearly as interesting.
No, he liked that Raicilla. Now, getting back to the tournament, we talked about the time.
Yeah.
Individual players will be matched up with other foursomes. A lot of times there's handicaps. And do you have one handicap, you're a scratch golfer, or do you have a 20 handicap? Or do you need, when you join or fill out your form, do you need to put your handicap down?
Your GIN
this, that, and the other?
We work on a GIN system so that we, you know GIN? It's an
know.
acronym.
They make good gin in
GHIN.
Scotland.
It's administered by the Mexican Golf Federation.
I don't know that.
It's a worldwide handicap system. Anybody that belongs to a golf course in Guadalajara automatically has a GIN number. And we take your GIN number, we look it up on our computer, and we know what your handicap is for our course. It'll be that specific. So, for instance, I got a guy coming from Maui. I get his GIN number, and I can tell him what his handicap is for our course.
That's pretty nice.
That's not bad.
No, now, will it be 4 players per team?
Yes.
And
It's
I
a
guess
scramble.
Some will be men, some will be women, some will
Yep.
be co-ed.
Yep.
It'll be whatever. 'Cause, my good friend Nick Faldo and Lorraine Ochoa, they're going to be in my foursome. So I'll just take the trophy now, okay?
Except for you guys are scratch golfers. So
Oh, they're
your
way
handicap
past.
won't
We're like
help.
5 or 6 or 7 under. I mean, we're going to have to shoot
under.
like 12 to win the tournament.
You're going to be up against some stiff competition
With
because
me.
if you have a couple of people with high handicaps who can putt, then it makes it.
It
pretty
makes no
tough.
difference. I've seen guys with 25 handicaps. They're just there for the social function and the food.
Yeah.
Sink 30, 40-yard putts.
Exactly.
It's incredible.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen during a tournament, you know.
What is the cost per person or per team?
If you're not a member of the country club of Chapala, then it's 1,700 pesos. That includes a continental breakfast, a bag lunch, and the pig roast after the golf.
That's about $100 roughly, or $90 today.
Yeah, about
depending what
$100.
the-
It
Yeah.
also includes your cart.
Yeah, it includes a cart. It does not include caddy. Caddy is separate, and it's probably a couple of hundred pesos a golfer for a caddy.
Are you going to have some 4 caddies and regular caddies out there?
We'll have one. Generally, it's one caddy per foursome at our club.
Okay.
Yeah, and our caddies are very experienced and good.
Are we going to have the basic things like closest to the hole
Yep.
on number
Yep.
par 3,
Longest drive.
longest drive?
Yep.
Well, that guy from Maui is going to have the longest drive, I promise you that.
It could be.
Partner's going to be a boat ride or an airplane ride.
closest to the
He
line.
is going to have the longest drive. Way to go. We're working on
That's
getting.
pretty funny, isn't it?
It's
I thought it was pretty good.
it qualifies as a dad joke, I think.
Spontaneously,
Yeah,
right, yeah.
So we're working on getting Siete Leguas tequila for our prizes for
Okay.
the longest and closest and all that stuff.
Are there any shirts that you can buy there? Or
Yes, there are. We have shirts.
There's a pro shop there and everything.
There is a pro shop. it's on the small side. A lot of pro shops, for those of you who haven't been to pro shops, have golf clubs and
shoes and socks and
all that
dress
stuff.
and umbrellas.
We have a fairly small pro shop, but shirts we got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what haven't I talked about that you want to get out to the public? The breakfast is going to be there. The golf is going to be there. The food afterwards,
Yep.
as you mentioned, there's going to be plenty
Food
of
during the
liquid
day.
refreshments.
Yeah, and there'll be food during the day. We have one vendor who is probably bringing taquitos. We do have a bag lunch that will be brought out to the players.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
so we keep you fed. There's water.
I think the important thing is for people that don't golf, there's only 75 Comida tickets. And if you want to get in on the fun and bidding on some of the items that we have, then you're going to have to be very good about getting a ticket early. Right now, one of the things we're negotiating, we think we have 4 lithium batteries for a golf cart.
Oh, that'd be nice, because there's a lot of them around this area.
There are a lot of golf carts around here, and lithium lasts 8 to 10 years, unlike the other kind. And so we have a couple of meals, I think. We have a meal, I think, from Margaritaville, where they match wines with each course, each wine being different. And I think we have a themed dinner where they come.
I'm working on that.
It's a maybe, where they're coming in costume to your house and they cook. So we have some pretty cool stuff. I know we have a condo down at the beach. I'm working on, that's in Barra Navidad. I'm working on a golf stay package at Barra Navidad. Pretty desirable stuff if you happen to like golf.
Well, we're talking all about this tournament, and the reason we're having it is to help raise funds for the American or the Mexican Red Cross.
Absolutely.
And so, if you're just watching the show, you may be in Calgary, Alberta, you may be in wherever, Yahoo, Mississippi. If you want to help support the Red Cross down here, you don't have to come down and be in the tournament. You're more than welcome if you're one of the first 74. But you can always send a check.
That's right.
You can always send a couple $1,000. If you're a big corporation that's watching, if you want to donate some money to the Red Cross down here, I guarantee you we'll accept it and it'll be put to very, very good use.
Well, I'll tell you that any individual or corporation that sends money to the golf tournament, that money will be doubled. We have an anonymous donor. The money is going toward the completion of the building, and that donor will match all funds that we raise. So if you send us $100, $200 goes toward completing the building.
Oh, well, see, I'm talking to like Elon Musk,
Yeah.
Elon
Bill
Musk
Gates,
Yeah,
send,
no,
if
I
they
get
send
you.
a
the
million,
Walton
we'll
family.
give a
I
million.
don't want anybody in the United States, except those 4 or 5 individuals, to match this fund because it's going to be big ones. So, Elon,
I'm
I
glad
don't
that you
think-
have an audience that is well-heeled like that. For the less well-heeled and
Okay.
those in Mexico, we can generate facturas,
Okay.
which allows them to then get a tax
put it off on
deduction.
your taxes.
Exactly. And if the money is coming from the United States, we actually have a way to get a tax deduction in the United States too. How about that?
How
So
about that?
people would get a tax deduction and their money, their donation will be doubled.
Exactly.
That is a real opportunity,
Yeah.
That is.
because oftentimes donations are not doubled, so this is really going to help. The building that is under construction now is a hospital, and as Rob said, the current hospital is failing, and this is much needed for the local people, but that includes the local citizenry, but also expats as well.
Mhm.
You know, if this could be somewhere that you can go, they already have a facility for dialysis treatment that is built. The problem is that they can't take patients at this point in time because the construction that is ongoing of the main building has too much dust and dirt flying around and all of that. And your chemodialysis center has to be sterile. Okay, it's very hard to keep a room sterile here. We all know how dusty this area gets, and there's construction going on all the time, but it is critical that this building get built. The people are there, they're ready, they have the land, there's a shell up at this point in time. It's going to be fantastic for the local people. A couple of things just to clarify some things that you've already said is that at the golf tournament there is going to be a live auction.
Right.
There's going to be silent auction.
Right.
And that's where I come in with a wonderful committee of ladies who are helping to get some very nice auction items, from ceramics to doctor appointments to spa, facilities, beauty treatments, a little bit of jewelry, not too much.
Restaurant, food, things like
Restaurants,
that.
foods, chiropractic services, because people here really enjoy those kind of treatments, and they spend a lot of money on those treatments. So this is a good opportunity for people who enjoy things like that to also go to this live auction and silent auction. There will be quite a mix of things, and Rod is going to be the auctioneer.
Yep.
Yep, and he's good at it. He's been doing that for a long time. So this is really an exciting opportunity for something that is going to help the local community, the local people, and the expats as well.
Yep.
Well, hopefully I'm going to get my audio crew to put this on. This will be on a week and a half or two before the tournament.
Great.
So if you're listening to it on YouTube, if you know somebody that owns a restaurant or a spa or whatever, fingernails, manicure, pedicure, don't worry about the haircuts because we don't care about the haircuts. But anyway, contact this young lady here and she'll,
right.
It's never too late. A day or two before the tournament, you can still donate a Picasso or a Rembrandt or a George Yepes or something like that, and she'll be able to auction off the day of.
Absolutely.
So can you please give out some contact information?
Yes. My name is Margaret Ansira, and you can reach me at 3311-776330 or margaretansira@hotmail.com. And I will be glad to take your donations. Thank you.
Okay, and how do we sign up and register for the golf tournament? Who do we contact?
Me.
Okay,
And my contact information is mexico.rodney@gmail.com. My name is Rodney Brooks. And one more thing about the golf tournament. All the money that we raise at the golf tournament, other than the expense for the food to the country club, 100% of that money goes to the Red Cross. There is no overhead. We are strictly volunteers. Everybody you see having to do with that tournament is strictly a volunteer.
well, it couldn't go for a better cause.
No.
I mean, out of all the hundreds of charities and organizations down here, the Red Cross thing does probably better than anything. I want to ask you one more question before we close out. A year or so ago, I attended a Red Cross fundraiser.
Yeah.
There was a really, really great music event.
Yeah.
They had food and drink
Yeah.
and things out
Yeah.
there. We all know that the golf tournament's going to be this November 7th. What else do y'all have planned? Do you have anything between November or December, January, early February? I might be putting too much out
You're going to
But-
exhaust me.
that you want to know, that you want other people to know about. Because, like you mentioned, in November, a lot of the snowbirds come down here, and I've got a lot of people that are in Canada, northern United States, watching my shows. Is there anything else coming up between the golf tournament and the end of the year that they can prepare to go to?
I do not know of anything. Do you, Margaret?
Right now, I don't know of the next event, but we just had one that was quite successful. That was just about a month ago or so.
Yeah.
And that was doubled also, so that was a big win for the project, absolutely. But the next one, I'm not sure. And part of the reason for that is because you have the holidays coming up, and a lot of people are traveling and those holidays in Mexico are very important.
Very.
And so it's probably going to be January or February.
Yeah, the
I
other
would
thing,
think.
Michael, is you don't want to get to the point of donor exhaustion.
Yeah.
Or volunteer exhaustion.
That too.
Because we put hours and hours into this. And right now, we're probably, Rodney and I are, 10, 15 hours a week. But
A
starting
little bit
next
more,
month,
but
it's
sure.
going to be 20 to 30 hours.
Yeah.
And then by the time we get to November, we will eat
full-time.
and sleep,
Yeah.
but raising money for the Red Cross Chapala delegation.
So it's volunteer exhaustion too.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you cannot.
what else you got
exhaust
to
your
do?
volunteers. Hey,
Good point.
Yeah, we're all retired down here.
We're all
Whatever we gotta
retired.
do.
we're all retired.
Take care of your yard, take care of your house, take care of your grandkids, whatever.
No. I hired people for that. Thank
Well,
you very much.
I think
So
he's
the
the guy.
week-
I think he's the guy meeting all the double.
Yeah, well, we hire people for all that, and then we donate our time and money
Uh-huh.
to good causes.
Well, you're helping the Red Cross.
And
You're
the Red
you're helping
Cross.
others, and you're helping the economy. You're helping the locals
Yeah.
be able to do stuff. So,
Yeah.
once again, Red Cross Charity Golf Tournament, November 7th. Be there about 8 o'clock in
8
the morning.
o'clock in the morning.
Contact. We're going to put the numbers down below.
Name the
How to
country club.
contact. The name of the country club is Pebble Beach,
That's it.
Ahihi.
Pebble Beach,
Yeah.
Ahihi.
I hate
Good
to
one,
tell you this,
Michael.
but in about 2 weeks I'm playing.
And if you travel
Turn
with
it.
your own
Oh, yeah.
personal caddy, that's just fine. They
Don't tell my
can
wife that. I'll be
caddy for
carrying
you.
her club.
You got it.
So if Elon wants to bring his personal caddy, it's okay, Elon.
Yeah.
Bring it.
He's going to bring his caddies.
Seriously, it's the Guadalajara types do bring their own caddies.
Well, I understand. I play at the Atlas every now and then. The Atlas Golf Club about 20 miles from here, and beautiful, beautiful course. Over 105 years old.
We have organized
We organize their
several
volunteers.
events for them.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't met in the hot tub or something.
Oh, they
That's
don't
why I
let
spend-
us in the hot
I
tub.
spend most
They
of my
keep
time
us
in the
out
hot
on
tub
the
and sauna
course.
and things like that. I love it. Thank you very much for your time. I really, really appreciate
Well,
it.
thank
Great
you.
to
It's
meet
been
all of you.
fun.
And anything in closing you all want to say that I haven't asked or that we haven't talked about?
It's the Vista del Lago Golf Course.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Well, it's
Yeah.
Vista del Lago is actually the name of the frac,
Okay.
the housing
Okay.
around it. The name of the golf course is the Country Club of Chapala. And I think the most important thing for your viewers is that we're bound and determined that all the golfers that come out will have fun.
Oh, I'm sure that'll happen.
That's right.
And no, it doesn't always. And
Really?
we want to make sure everybody has a great time.
Yeah, we
Hey,
all.
it's Mexico.
Yeah, exactly.
How can you not have a great time?
I don't know, especially with tequila.
I don't know,
like it does.
tequila, beer, let me think.
And
Well, again, be sure to join all these fun folks at the Red Cross Charity Golf Course golf tournament,
You're getting there.
November 7th,
Yep.
about 8 o'clock, 8:30, and the information going to be below on how to contact
Yep.
to sign up.
Yep.
And I'll be out there volunteering doing something, I don't know
Yay.
what. But,
Oh, I'll put you to work. Don't you worry.
anyway, thank you a lot. Great
Thank
to see you
you.
again.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next Expat Conversations with your host, Michael Nolen. Thank you for tuning in.
Happy trails to you until